How's it going, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Crypto Clout. I am your host, FaZe Crypto, and today we have a very exciting video for you today. A lot of topics to discuss revolving around DigiByte. I have to answer some of the questions that people have been putting into the comments, so make sure that you watch this one all the way down to the end because we do have some very interesting developments. Of course, Bitcoin now worth 8,758. It's been pretty remarkable to see Bitcoin sustaining itself at that price, and of course DigiByte still making some pretty interesting gains. I mean, 7%, nothing to sneeze at there. It is kind of interesting just to see how the space has been revolving around a lot of these new viewpoints that people have had, and we'll be getting into those. But I want to start off by looking at this article right here. Is Elon Musk selling his Bitcoin? And I think that it's funny that it says his Tesla founder selling his reportedly small Bitcoin holdings, but I'm sure what Elon Musk thinks of as a small amount of Bitcoin is probably a life-changing amount of Bitcoin to the average person. So as part of a recent series of nonsensical tweets, Tesla's founder Elon Musk expressed plans to sell all his physical possessions. Are his Bitcoin holdings included in the fire sale? I am selling almost all physical possessions, Musk tweeted on May 1st. Will own no house, he noted, adding just one stipulation on sale. I owe Gene Wilder's old house. It cannot be torn down or lose its soul. Musk rattled off strange post to kick off May. Musk could buy a ton of Bitcoin. Several crypto community members piped up in recent in reaction to Musk's tweet storm. Justin Sun, Tron founder, told the tech mogul to buy Bitcoin, and we saw a bunch of interesting things happening on that front on Twitter regarding that topic. And it is interesting just to see someone like Elon Musk. But let's not blow this out of proportion. A lot of times, a lot of these very wealthy, very influential sort of people get us all riled up just thinking about. Are they gonna sell their Bitcoin, or whatever? And I think that it is funny, to play around with ideas like these, but at the same time, let's not get any, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Of course, looking at these different things, I think it is sort of an interesting way that they do promote cryptocurrency too. I mean, getting people to talk about it and so forth. But I wanted to play this, right here. This is an interesting little thing that we have, a little video about Bitcoin. So we're going to play it, and I think it'll be interesting to sort of inform our conversation as we get further along in this video. And next, we're going to be talking about DigiByte. So tuned because that's what is on the list for what we're going to discuss today. So here we go.
Quickly, before we go, Bitcoin was under 8,000 earlier today.
Buy it.
Regardless of the drop. If I said to you Bitcoin dropped to 5,000, you'd say buy it.
Buy it. Because here's the thing. The daily price of Bitcoin doesn't matter. It's been alive for 10 years. In every year, other than 2015, it's made a higher low. The market cap has grown every single year. Every fundamental indicator of Bitcoin, usage, wallets, block size, transaction size, number of transactions, every single one, hash rate.
So I like that. He's like, buy it, buy it, regardless. But hey, I mean, it's pretty interesting. I mean, so yeah, obviously not all of us have money to just blow away. We'd rather wait and buy it during the dips. But the philosophy is there. Now, I want to talk about DigiByte. I want to talk about the decentralization component. This is one of the questions that I reportedly get on my channel pretty often, and people ask this on Twitter too. They really do cut right to the chase with the question like this. It talks about the concept of decentralization and how actually is DigiByte going to leverage their superior decentralization in a world of Bitcoin, and it sort of relates to the size of Bitcoin as it currently stands, and of course, the size of DigiByte. And I think that it will be interesting. And I think that this does touch upon something that I often do discuss in these videos, which is, and I think highlighted by what that guy talks about right there, sort of does relate to the concept of the future of these things. And I think we have DigiID and all these other things that DigiByte's actually doing, which I believe do set it aside. And I think anything that allows a crypto to stand up and grow confidently are noteworthy things that I think are worth mentioning. And I think that when it comes down to it, I could philosophically align myself with DigiByte, and I think that it will be interesting to see just exactly what happens. And I've talked about it before, and I think the potential is there. For this sort of I would imagine that DigiByte's in sort of a slow bull run. It sort of is an interesting indication of what could occur on the larger scale when it comes to the broader sort of side of the cryptocurrency space, and all these different things that we can expect to see just as the Bitcoin and all these other developments continue to take place. This is also an interesting chart, and it basically gives us it's Bitcoin halving, obviously the 12th of May 2020. It is interesting little piece of data there. I'm always interested in data. I think that with somebody with my certain mindset, I think that data is just one of those things that I really think is interesting. The halving's coming with only 11 out until a major Bitcoin supply cut, and I think that this will be interesting. I think also, following, the halving, we'll be seeing renewed interest in DigiByte, especially we're looking at all these, big entities, that are actually weighing the odds, and looking into blockchain. And I think that does go a long way, especially while we're watching the sort of the global economic situation as it's been really sort of in a crisis mode coming into its own. And I think that it will be interesting to see. I don't believe that it's actually as bad as some people say that it is, but at the same time, I think that also many people don't take it as seriously as it needs to be. But I suppose as we watch, nobody really knows. It's sort of like a play it by year sort of situation. But yeah, always interesting to see that DigiByte's been in the top performers. And of course, we've got the lower end of the performing today. We've got Hive, Komodo. Definitely interesting to see. I think I wanted to also look at this article right here. Leading crypto traders lay out both bearish and bullish scenarios as the halving approaches. The price of Bitcoin increased from 7,700 to 9,500 in merely 48 hours from Wednesday to Thursday, rising by more than 22%. The market has cooled down since, with the dominant cryptocurrency dropping down below 9,000. And it talks about, further, futures volumes were up significantly as the last 2 days of the rapid breakthrough 8K and 9K mirrored what occurred on the 12th of March. Nearly 40 billion were crossed yesterday. So definitely interesting just to see the ebb and flow of a lot of these different components as they've been, really sort of coming into more giving us sort of a realistic view of how we could see the next half of 2020, occurring. It has been a wild ride. We're about to be halfway through the year now. We're approaching that point, and I think it will be interesting. But yeah, I don't think Elon Musk is going to sell his Bitcoin. But anyway, this video is obviously for entertainment, educational purposes only. I'm not your dad. I'm not your financial advisor. Make sure you do your own research as this market is highly volatile and high risk. But yeah, I think this has been a good video. Yeah, I think we've covered a lot of interesting topics of discussion here. We'll continue to do so. I think that the DigiByte community is one of the greatest communities in cryptocurrency. But I think overall, in crypto land, we do have some of the smartest people in the world. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.